Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 4 ways to get more customers: warm outreach, cold outreach, posting free content, and running paid ads. So here's a little snippet of all of those, but I'm going to run over them in context to like a landscaping, lawn care, um, service-based local business. So the first is warm outreach. This would be anybody that is friends, family, or if you already have a business that follows you on social media, or anybody that's ever reached out to you or inquired, or who you've worked for in the past. So couple ways of doing this. First, if you're just getting started, I would suggest reaching out to friends, family, anybody in the area that you know that owns a house. You can say, you're getting started and you'd love to do a project, or at least give them a bid on a project, and you'll do it almost at cost. You can word this a couple different ways. You give them $1,000 off if it's a bigger project. You'll give them $500 off if it's a smaller project, or maybe you'll mow their lawn for free the first time. It'll cost you $50 in your time, not much. And then they might be a client for the next 3 years. So their lifetime value as a client is going to way outpace that $50 you're giving away to mow their lawn free a first time. If you're a little more established, this is something that you can do where if you've done something small for a customer in the past a year or two ago, just check in with them, say, hi Julie, just wanted to see how the landscaping's doing. Is there anything else you guys needed a bid on this year? We have a little bit of time later in the summer. We'd love to come out and get you a free bid or talk about anything else that you want done. And we loved you as a client. We'd love to work for you again. The next way is cold outreach. This is also free. I think one of the ways you can use this if you're a service-based business would be drive around your city or your target area. Let's say residential first. You drive around, you see a house. Let's say you're, a concrete contractor. You see a house with a busted up driveway, looks like hell, but they look like they drive a decent car. They have a nice house. They maybe want a new driveway. Knock on their door, say, hey, just start a concrete company, or if you are an established concrete company, that's even easier. We're doing some work in the neighborhood, and we realized that you might need a new driveway eventually. We just wanted to give you our card here for when you do get a new driveway. We'd love to give you a free quote, or we can give you a free quote while we're here today. That's one thing you can do. You could apply this to anything like lawn, or definitely landscaping. If you see like a failing retaining wall, or you see some overgrown landscaping, but they look like they would want that to be put together, or they're in a neighborhood that it should be put together a little bit better. When you're first starting out, or if you have started and you don't have a lot of leads, or you don't have your schedule full, knock on some doors and just say, we're doing work. Make sure you look reputable. You have a company shirt on, you're clean dressed. Especially ideally, you have a company truck as well that you can park that they can see, so you're not some sketch ball. But you could do it for landscaping as well, where if you see a failing wall or something, you walk up, hey, we're doing work in the neighborhood. If you ever need that replaced, give us a call. We're local. We'd love to give you a free bid, talk about options for you. No obligation, no nothing. We just want to, extend our offer to provide you services, especially because we're local and we want to stay busy and we want to help the community look nice. The next way is posting free content. I'll relate it to service-based business as well. This one I think is, you're not going to get a ton of leads most likely from Instagram, TikTok, because most people that own properties are older, more on Facebook. And the fact the matter is, with posting free content, if you're a local service-based business, is the reach is going to be very wide, not targeted to the 10-15 mile service radius that you're trying to service. But the thing is if they go to your website, they go to your Instagram, they go to your Facebook, and they see that you're alive, you do good work, you have good pictures, they're going to be much more likely to trust you, because that's one thing, they need to trust you to buy from you. So if they're on the fence, and you're talking to them, and then they go and they look at your Instagram and it looks like shit, you don't have any good pictures to show, they're not going to buy from you. So I think this is important that you do this, every job, honestly, ideally, or your really nice looking jobs, just so you have at least a pulse on the internet and people can find you if they do choose to Google, Instagram, Facebook, anything. The last is paid ads. I don't think if you're just starting, you should run these right away, depending on how much money you have at your disposal. If you do, they're a good thing once you get the branding going. But if you're established and you're struggling to fill your schedule, maybe your product is not good enough. You should maybe take a little more time every job you do to complete so you get a little more referrals. But you can run paid ads. You can do this through Facebook, through Google, through Yelp. In the Midwest, I think Facebook is probably the best. It also just depends on your market and who you're competing with. We'll do a post later going over specifically how to run paid ads, and different channels you can run them on. We've done a very good amount of business from Facebook paid ads. We haven't done a ton from Google paid ads, but that's the fourth way that you can get new customers. Kind of wrapping this all up and going a little more aggressively at how to get more customers in a service-based business, that just comes down to hard work and being involved in your community. One thing I didn't mention that I have on here is you could also do it to local businesses. Let's say your pressure washing company, and you see that, a local business, drive around, 5 of them, they look pretty dirty on the outside. Walk in and say, hey, pressure washing company local, we'd love to give you a quote on making this place look a little nicer. Show them some before and after pictures of what you can do to their building. And this goes for everything concrete as well. If they have cracked sidewalks, you don't want people tripping on those. Let's say it's like a dermatology clinic or something, and you got older folks walking in and the concrete's all on level to hell. Go in and talk to somebody, ask them, who owns the building? Do you guys own the building? I'd love to give you guys a quote. We're local. We can get you a good price. We'll show up, see our trucks around, things like that. If you have any questions about getting more customers, please let me know. There's a lot of different ways you can apply this to small service-based businesses.